Stop scrolling. If you eat peanuts or like the flavor of peanut, you'll probably want to know about this. Alright, and trust me, this is nothing like peanut butter. I'm going to show you how to pull this out of the can, and this is ridiculous, by the way. You'll see this pull tab makes absolutely 0 sense, but we're going to make it into a sandwich, and I'm going to get my mom to try it. It's delicious. So like I was saying, the pull tab thing is ridiculous, and it doesn't even work that way. I mean, I've never known anyone to actually open a can of nut loaf this way, and I'm pretty sure if you buy the Australian version, which this product's actually made in Australia and they import it, they actually tell you to open it this way. Alright, and I always do this over a paper plate or something, but you take a butter knife through the side of the can. The can opener didn't quite get the ring lid. It's stuck a little bit here. This has never happened, and I've been eating Loma Linda Nutolene for years, but no worries. You're just gonna work around it if this ever happens. You're gonna push your butter knife through the can, and the goal is to guide the butter knife around the edges of the nut roast. There it goes. And you're gonna try to loosen this up, and I always do this over a paper plate. And then you just pull the butter knife out. I've already lost a couple chunks, but again, no worries, they'll be fine on a sandwich. And you're gonna take your lid and just press the loaf out. And see how easy that is? And I know it doesn't look like much, but it's peanuts. That's all the ingredients are, peanuts, water, and salt, and some vitamins. But yeah, maybe this is actually a good thing that this failed for me, so if anybody at home ever has trouble with this, don't worry, you just don't give up. You can use freezer bags to store this. You can just throw this in a freezer and it'll keep for a lot longer. It's extremely convenient and easy to store, and as you can see, it doesn't really take up a lot of space. You can also slice it and freeze it that way too, but I usually get about 10 slices, and I do about 2 slices per sandwich, and I try to just go in with a really sharp knife. It really matters that the knife is sharp, and I try to just cut the slices really thin, and probably maybe 1 more slice. And I'm just gonna air fry this at 400 degrees for about 10 minutes. And what's going to happen, because peanuts are such a rich and fatty food, when they're cooking, they develop what's called a Maillard reaction, which is a French word, and it basically just means a kind of caramelization. All right, so 5 minutes in, and you can already see that the color's starting to change. And this is going to be the challenging part. I may need to watch it from here. And you can also use cooking spray, but I didn't want to because I didn't bring any with me, and I didn't want to use what they had on hand. But with this type of chemical reaction, if it's sticking now, if you let it go for just a little bit longer, this is where you got to watch it so it doesn't burn. But if you let it go for just a little bit longer, like I'm sure some of these will they'll start to pry right off like that does. See, once it like completely cooks, and that's the reaction we're going for. For the bread, I'm going with this Sprouts Everything Organic Sourdough. It was on sale, and you know, I feel like this is a pretty decent bread. So I like to use this vegan mayo because I prefer the ingredients if you can't make your own, and then I'm gonna just dust it with nutritional yeast. All right, now this is exactly what you're going for. This consistency, color, texture, everything, the way it's got like a fully formed structure, and it's crisp and it smells peanutty and has that roasted, delicious, rich smell to it. Now you're ready to go. All right, so my mom's gonna try it now. Give her honest opinion, not a vegan, doesn't eat Loma Linda. Very tasty. Taste the peanut and the olives together, and normally, you know, you wouldn't think peanuts and olives and onion, but it yeah. Now, don't you think it's crazy? This isn't a normal product, that it's like basically a guest appearance at the health food store. This should be regularly available, and it shouldn't be a luxury. It's made of peanuts. Yeah. Very simple. Yeah, it only took just a few minutes. That's the best part. It's a convenience, and like I said, you can freeze it and make these sandwiches. I make it actually on my busy days. Anyway.
It was surprisingly good. I did not expect to like it as much as I did.
Because it came out of a can.
Yes.
Yeah.